for Arkansas High School, and he won in the category of high school, and his teacher back him.
I believe that the power of being bilingual is something to truly cherish and appreciate. This earth is like a tree. None of the branches are the same. Some are bigger, some are smaller. Some have leaves and some don't. However, when looking at the tree as a whole, you see one tree. Being bilingual is like the water for the tree that allows you to connect to all the branches, no matter how big or small, whether they have leaves or not. I realized the power of being bilingual at around the age of 10. I was visiting my family in the Dominican Republic. I was with my aunt, who was the only person to speak both languages. I was mainly nervous because I hadn't been in the Dominican Republic since I was 4. I was also nervous because I wasn't fluent at Spanish. I'm still not. I picked up bits and pieces from the words I did know. I was nervous to talk to anyone except to my aunt because everyone else didn't understand English, and I didn't know if I sounded like I made sense. When going out to do summer sports, I had begun to learn more than anticipated, and that got me to open up and start seeing the Dominican Republic for what it had to offer. It was nice to connect to distant relatives and to actually have a nice conversation. I probably learned more Spanish in 2.5 months than I ever did in my previous years observing my family when they were speaking Spanish. When the visit finally ended, I can't say that the vacation was perfect. I can't even say that I enjoyed 50% of it. But I learned so much that it's just unforgettable, and that will help me in the future. Even back in Wisconsin, it really helps me to compare and contrast the cultures of the two countries. For example, in the US, it seems like the conversations are more controlled, not as chaotic as the Dominican Republic, where it can get pretty animated when they start talking about something they really love. It is pretty noticeable when you talk to someone who normally doesn't feel comfortable talking in an unfamiliar way. When speaking to someone in a native language, they feel more comfortable, which in turn gets them to open up. That makes bilingualism sound like a very powerful tool to have. That makes bilingualism sound like a pretty special ability to have to master. Having the ability to share cultures with someone who has lived in a completely different life. Almost like reading a book, but more personal and awe-inspiring. Kind of like my experience in the Dominican Republic. Since the beginning of time, different people started learning different languages and started to stay away from people which they didn't understand. But with the power of bilingualism, we are able to connect with people in a way like no other. And I appreciate to have the power to do that. Thank you.